everyone. As the thing is going, we're sorry. We had a little bit of a technical issue. We're getting to the opening right now, then we'll transition back over. Sorry. Everyone can hear us.
Oh, nice.
We're here. Okay. Whew. All right. Hello, everyone. Sorry for the delay. We had some unforeseen things go on. As you can see, we tweaked with our layout, and now it looks a little bit different and whatnot. So yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
There's someone missing.
Who's missing?
I don't know. Hold on.
I look like Prison Mike, y'all.
You do.
Just saying.
There we go. Okay. All right. So how's everyone doing?
Doing good. It's pretty good.
It's good.
You know, just ready for this slobber knocker.
Yeah.
Slobber knocker.
It's gonna be a good day.
Yep.
So today we're going to go a little bit over the tournament and what's going on with that, and then we're going to go over some spoilers. We did get some spoilers. We're pretty excited about that. So, yeah. Do you guys want to do the tournament stuff first?
First of all, huge shout out to Raphael Went, who's here at 3 a.m. in the morning his time. Just for the spoilers, but we still appreciate the love, no less.
Sorry for the technical difficulties.
One big giant elbow off the top rope for you, sir.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So in the tournament, we do have some interesting things going on with it.
Do tell.
Comics Mike, he's officially top 4 in the tournament, and I think that's how it's going to shake out with him being top 4. So everyone give a round of applause to him.
Oh my, Comics Mike.
And then we've only had completed 3 matches so far. Reg and Stewart. Reg won that one 2-0 from a forfeit, I think. Peter VDV, he beat Jocelyn 2-1.
Oh.
Yeah. That was the first 2 rounds of the Legacy going against each other. The winners of the first 2 rounds, and apparently Peter took it, and so he proved himself to be the better champion in that matchup.
Oh wow! Shots fired.
And of course, we got Comics Mike versus Yort, otherwise known as Troy. Troy, the match was 2-1, so it was a close one, but Comics Mike came out ahead, and I think he kind of guaranteed himself top 4 there.
No.
Oh, he more than guaranteed it.
Yeah.
The
He
question
called
is
shot,
if
is what you're saying?
if Nick loses his match, then that actually puts Comics Mike either first or second. I think it's gonna put him at first.
He's at second now, so.
Yeah. So
That's
it'll
awesome.
definitely put him first place, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the first time we've seen him in the top 4.
Yeah. And he kind of got shafted by the people dropping last
Last
tournaments, and I'm glad that he stuck around and stuck with it. And I love to see consistency and belief in your abilities just pay off in the tournament. So
Yeah, I believe in my abilities, and they don't pay off.
well, that's different. And then someone else that I think we know, they're calling themselves CRGR Joe. They have a chance of being in the top 4.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll get there. They have their match to go. You're playing Rob L, Joe.
Oh.
Yep. And scheduling's a little bit more chaotic for me. Normally, these past 4 weeks, I've been able to get in matches relatively early. If I'm not the first, I'm one of the first.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, scheduling is kind of hectic right now. So.
Sounds like excuses.
Sounds like someone's going to take an auto loss.
If you're scared to play Rob L, just say it, dude. Jeez.
I am not so much scared. I just don't want to lose that top 4 placing. That's all.
Yeah.
So you're trying to play mind games is what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. It's WWE Day. Might as well.
It's psychological work.
And then I think James or Jacques Blonde,
Jacques Blonde.
they have a chance of, like, there's a few people that have a chance of being top 4, and that's why this round had to be played to guarantee that we had the final standings. And I don't know if Troy's actually going to be in the top 4 because he went 3-2, and there's a bunch of people at X-1 right now. So he may be out after this week. So
He'll still be in the top 8, but
yeah, not the top 4 though.
He just won't be in the top 4.
Jazzy, you won the raffle last week, and you logged on. You went to bed before we could actually get information from you what you wanted.
Yeah, I didn't tell her that she won.
So
because I wanted to see her reaction in chat.
Yeah, you won the raffle for the Patreon raffle last week.
You certainly did.
So, congratulations on that.
Yep.
Really proud of you. Yes, you won. You need to talk to Ryan. You need to talk to Ryan to see what you want from our prize pool, or you could talk to Rob, but Rob doesn't know anything about the prize pool, so
I don't have the prize pool. I can just tell you, talk to Ryan just like Chris just did. Those same words that Chris just said that came out of his mouth, I will relay those exact same words to you. Right. That's what I'll do.
And to round out the tournament, we do have quite a few people that I think the X and 2 are going to be the ending of the top 8. We do have a lot of people that are X3 or 0 and whatever. Rob, you're one of them. True Mr. 6 is the other one.
I'm 1 and 2 because I beat the bye week, so
we're not counting that.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
You and True Mr. 6 both beat the bye week, but you couldn't escape the losses.
I couldn't. I could not. They caught up with me as they always do.
All right, so everyone look to the coverages that we're going to be having for that. I think we're going to try to have Rob's match if we can get the scheduling right. Hopefully, it's in a time when I can actually stream it or something like that.
4 p.m. on Friday.
No, that's...
Okay. Yeah, I'm not out of work yet.
So yeah, I know. That's just dumb. That's just dumb.
You're right, it is. I'm sorry.
All right. So, do we want to get into the spoilers or do we want to tease a little bit more?
Best of luck to everybody. Best of luck to everybody that's fighting for top 8 contention in round 5 right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember, it's 2 of the 3 deciding matches have already been played. So everybody that can sort of work out the math should be able to right now, because, like I said, 2 out of the 3 top matches that are the deciding matches.
Math is for blockers. That's all I know.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Truest words to live by.
And before we get into the spoilers, I just want to say thank you to Wizkids for giving us the spoilers, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to do this. We did not expect this. We were going to talk about Magic this week, so we definitely diverted what we were going to talk about, and we dressed up for the occasion. As you can tell, me and Mike, we dressed up in our finest blues, and Rob is halfway there. He's got his head, his do-rag.
Yeah, that's my business do-rag.
Yeah. And then Joe went full, I'm a business tycoon.
Well, you guys said that to wear a suit because we were official now, so...
I said wear more than your birthday suit.
Oh. Well, I'm always on, so
yeah.
It don't matter. I'm always on one.
Reg wants to know who are the other 12 that are in the Invitational.
We will actually, let's see.
We'll be getting to that pretty quickly.
We can actually talk about that next week because we will have the final standings and we'll be able to announce the champion.
We have to work out the math a little bit too and make sure invitations are going to go out to the proper people. But yeah, should be.
We should be able to tell who is qualified, but then there's 2 extra slots that are invitation only or by invitation only.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. This one people have probably already seen, but we were given the opportunity to show it on stream, so we're just going to
it.
Yeah.
You know what? It's just gonna build up the hype, brother.
Yeah.
We are very grateful to Wizkids for allowing us to officially spoil these cards. So regardless if they've already been spoiled or not.
All right, there we go. First one.
Put it up there. What is it?
What we got? Who is it?
Are we going in order of our list here?
We're going in order of the list. The first one's Becky Lynch.
She's awesome.
I love
Straight fire. That's how you have to say it.
Yeah.
Who's doing this one?
I'll do it. I got to pull up the doc. All right, there we go. All right, Becky Lynch, straight fire, 4-cost shield. She's a 155, 177, 288. She has overcrush, and she has a global. Pay a shield. The first die you purchase this turn is added to your prep area instead of your used pile.
Yeah. That
God, those
fantastic
stats.
chalkboard.
Yeah, I am super
She's a
glad.
Fantastic chalkboard.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss on that ability.
Oh, ability,
Yeah.
global. Just yeah, she's straight fire.
Overcrush. Jeez.
She's a 4-cost shield at an 8/8 level 3 side with overcrush. I mean,
Dude.
can you get any better? Like, I would just take that without the global.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a cheap overcrusher, I think, since Martian Manhunter in Justice League, I think.
Yeah.
Since
That
Hill
was
Giant.
that good. Hill
I
Giant.
would even say Mach 1 from the,
Yeah.
the
Oh
team.
yeah.
Was
yeah,
he
from the
cheap?
Thunderbolts 2-pack.
See, I don't even see those things, man. Like, I don't. Those cards just like come and go for me at this point.
No,
But-
the Hill Giant from Favorite Under Siege was one of the original 3-cost overcrushers, but he
The
had like
stats, though?
the stats were just horrible.
Yeah, that's
These
the
are
thing.
actually great stats.
Yeah, Martian Manhunter had good.
Manhandler.
Martian Manhandler was a good overcrusher for his day, handling all those minions. But yeah, Becky Lynch straight fire. That card is definitely straight fire,
Oh, she's so good.
as
Oh
the
my
kids
gosh.
say.
Take it all in, gentlemen.
Take it all in.
Take it all in.
Shields are shields back.
Shields are back. Shields are 100%.
Shields are up.
Back.
Shields.
So we're probably not going to get into that much about like competitive scene and all that, but as far as like cards that you think this can go with, I think this could go with anything and everything.
First thoughts, yeah.
Any and everything.
Yeah.
And the thing
Any
is
kind of
like
aggro team.
she's got a great body, pun intended,
Come on,
to
man.
go with it.
It's 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Superstars can have good bodies too.
4-cost shield. If you're gonna run it, you'd probably run it for the global itself, and it just happens to be a good card. Like the
Yeah.
ability, the stats. Overall, it's a great card, and if you're not running it, you're a fool. So,
And it's a good way to stay in shape.
He's getting a
And
good
it's a
consideration running it in the team
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
and I kind of like that bootleg Starbucks logo on it too.
What?
And I want some coffee. Her little
Oh.
emblem on the die.
There's only one that I want you to. There's only one that I want you for sure to announce, Robert. It's the 1, 2,
We'll get
3,
there.
4, 5. The fifth one.
I know which one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know which one.
All right.
I'll write my name next to it.
Any more thoughts on this one?
Yeah, it's just too good. Too good.
All right. Moving on to the next one. Trish Stratus. Who wants to take this one?
I got this one. Yeah, more than a manager. She's a 4-cost shield, a 0/2/2, a 0/3/3, and a 1/4/4. When Trish Stratus damages your opponent, you may pay 2 to purchase any basic action die. Global, pay shield, prevent 1 damage to a superstar die or player.
Nice.
Whoa. Nice.
All right.
My
So,
first entry on this one's team up.
Yeah.
I like to have her hit and then go ahead and purchase team up real cheap. Have Becky Lynch on my team, transfer it over.
whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that. What is her team affiliation, Joe? What is that?
That is WWF. That's the
So she's
original
Federation?
logo. She's Federation.
Nice.
Yep.
World
Okay.
Wildlife Federation.
World Wrestling Federation.
Oh.
Yeah. The real wrestling.
Oh man.
So
Yeah.
that's a classic emblem that they had from the early 90s to the early 2000s, just before they moved over to WWE.
Yeah, so the ability itself is pretty good. The stats, I don't know, that 4/4 is I don't know, maybe it feels a 5/5 or even a 5/4 for a 4-cost, but I think it's still a pretty good card.
So
It's more than a
mean-
manager. I'll say that.
so the other thing that that you'll notice is that that's the Sam Wilson global, basically.
Hmm.
And for those that are confused, superstar dice are any their superstars are just they're the same as monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh. So it's the same classification.
Yeah. I'm hearing a little bit of static on someone's mic.
Yeah, I was about to. I was typing that. I didn't want to call it out. But,
Yeah.
shots fired. Whatever.
I typed it
That's
already.
fine. No, that's fine.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
It wasn't plugged in all the way.
Oh,
Sorry about
Sweet.
Solved. Okay, that was gonna drive me nuts.
that. Sorry, guys.
No, it's fine.
But no. She's solid. I don't really like having the die out for the secondary ability. I haven't seen any yet. Okay, not 100% of the spoilers have been out, but I don't know if there's a basic action that allows a character to deal direct damage to a player, because that's where this wording would come in handy. Is if you didn't even have to worry about attacking.
Yeah.
You said, okay, I'm going to use this action. It's going to deal damage to the player, and then I get to buy something for cheap on the cheap. What the?
It's doing it again.
It's doing it again. I don't know.
Is it the kitty in your lap?
No, it's not the cat in my lap. I don't think it's mine, actually.
Hold on. Mute your mic real quick.
Yay! We're doing it live, guys.
It's still doing it. Mike, can you mute yours? It's Mike.
It's Mike.
Make sure your mic is plugged in real quick, Mike.
But yeah, she's definitely more than a manager. A sweet discount if you can get her to do some damage. So overall, it's a decent card.
Oh, wow.
It sounds like Mike's about to stomp in here with some fireworks and everything. Some glass is gonna break.
That's better.
Perfect. Got it. Oh, semi.
Love that face.
We are on card number 2, Steven. Trish Stratus. We just covered Becky Lynch, going on Trish Stratus. And I think we're gonna move on.
Yeah. All right. Next one.
Who's gonna give us this?
This one's all Mike.
Oh, The Rock.
Yeah.
Know your
Yeah,
role.
buddy.
6-cost mask, a 154, a 166, or a 276. Intimidate. You may use Intimidate twice when you field The Rock. Global pay mask and sacrifice one of your superstar dice. Reduce the cost of the next die you purchase by 2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Can we say balance blue eyes?
Yeah, I kind of like it. I wasn't
Yeah.
here for the Blue Eyes era, but
You missed a good era.
There was a damn there.
yeah.
I like it. There's a lot of ways to get big, high costing characters for cheap nowadays, and to be able to take 2 things off the board with Intimidate, Godcatcher, perhaps, being able to get rid of 2 of those bad boys.
We're back on that stream now.
I'm just saying. Yeah, Chris. Steven. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's going to have its place. I think this is going to be your board clear sort of thing to try to swing in and do some damage. I don't know if you'll be able to do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Maybe with Becky Lynch out there. Who knows?
I mean,
with the Overcrusher.
there are things to reduce the fielding cost.
Let's clarify first of all that the global is sacrifice and not KO.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So
So
when you
sacrifice-
sacrifice something,
Go ahead.
it goes to the use pile when you sacrifice something. Doesn't go to your prep area, the KO area, whatever you want to call it. It goes straight to used.
So if you're looking for a way to rebuy essentially the Rock's double Intimidate, you would have to go with an Nihilor Global, which lets you KO one of your characters, or you would go with the Malekith Global or Fabricate. So just to clarify, sacrifice means that you're putting it back into rotation, but KOing it means that you're setting it in the KO/prep area.
I think it's a more fair card, honestly.
It's a balanced version of Blue Eyes White Dragon Global, yes.
So.
Faux show. Mike, I'm kind of disappointed you didn't give us the smell that The Rock does.
I'm not nearly as charismatic as The Rock is.
Oh,
Not nearly.
I don't believe that
Can
one
you do the
bit,
brow?
sir.
Can you do the brow though?
Do the brow? Do the brow. Do the roar. Get your roar.
Now we're just telling him to do things. That's
Yeah.
weird.
Oh my gosh. All right.
I think this one could be really good in the right kind of team. I don't know how meta defining it is, but I would say that this a lot of casual teams will probably have this on their team, especially just for the Rock being on there.
Is Intimidate considered a when fielded effect? So if you have
It's
something
not.
out there,
Keyword abilities are not considered when fielder or when attacks abilities.
boo, that makes the Rock sad.
Why?
I was gonna say if you have something out there that doubles when fielded abilities, now you can intimidate 4, but you can't do that.
I mean, you're getting double intimidate already.
Yeah,
But he
you
wants 4.
Get quadruple intimidate.
Well, if you want more,
Well-
then KO him with Annihilor KO ability, and then use momentum to roll him back out, and you'll get it again.
Or it's wrestling. Just say that Absorbing Man does it, and just tell the judge to look the other way, because it's wrestling.
It's wrestling. Just hide it under the mat.
Yeah.
And then bring it out and smack him over the head with it.
I mean,
classic wrestling move.
I think that's how it works.
I'm pretty
So
sure
if I was
works.
running like a Yellow Lantern ring that does the intimidate, roll a Yellow Lantern ring, field the Rock, does that mean I get to intimidate once with the Lantern ring, intimidate again with the Rock with his ability to do it twice? So I'm doing 3.
Yep.
That's a 3-piece intimidate bundle there you got there.
So good.
So good. Plus you field a sidekick. Now you're talking about a 4-piece.
Yeah.
Man, that's redonk. That is redonk. So yeah, this is good. Again, the discounts are out there, and you can get this out pretty easy. I feel like.
I think if you play it, much like what Mel just said, anytime you play it, you got to say, "Can you smell what the Rock is cooking?"
Yeah. You have to turn your head and hold like a mic and do that. La, 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 la. You got to do it. You gotta.
All right. All right. So next one. All right.
Is that Rob gonna take
Nope.
this one?
No,
Okay,
I'll take this one. I'll take this one.
Oh, okay.
So we can go in order like it was. So,
Oh,
is that cool? Or do you want it?
I'll take it.
All right.
Because I don't think I've done one yet.
Oh,
Do it.
There it is.
there you go.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so!
Oh my God, your head almost fell off.
I
Yeah.
know. That's what he does. He does the little head thing like that.
All right. Now do it in Spanish.
Oh, man. Okay, so it's Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Texas Rattlesnake. He's a 5-cost fist with a 044, 155, and a 166. Those are amazing stats, I just gotta say. And he's immortal. He's Federation affiliation, so that was really good. So, wow, just a lot of wow going on right here. One thing I do notice is that since he's immortal, he actually works with the sacrifice ability off of the Rock's global.
I like how they snuck a Austin 316 in the background of the card.
I mean, they kind of had
I
to.
noticed
You
that.
had to.
Perfect,
It's
yeah.
pretty sweet.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. Put a Yarmyorn out there.
A what? I'm sorry, what was that?
Yarmyorn.
Yum, yum, yum. I think that's the colloquial pronunciation.
Yeah.
But
Get it out there.
Those stats for a 5-cost, that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
out
pretty
there with
good,
the
man.
Captain Global. We're in business.
Exactly.
Becky Lynch.
2 cost and like all together in all the fielding, so it's like a 0 on a side. That's insane. Yeah.
That is just
That's
crazy.
yeah.
I like it. I wasn't a big fan of Stone Cold Steve Austin when he came out, but I like this card. So there's that.
Have you
He
been
was-
seeing people talk about Rock riding a dragon?
No.
Because you got to have Ring of Winter with a dragon. And the
Oh
Rock.
my God.
So he's riding the dragon.
Oh, I'm sure there's an image somewhere of the Rock riding a dragon. Just someone Google it real quick. Rock riding a dragon and see what happens.
And if there
It
isn't,
isn't
someone get on that, please.
Yeah.
Armada. It isn't so much that the actual defense or the defense and attack stats are really good. It's the total fielding cost
Yeah.
is paralleled to those defenses and attacks. Like, 6-6 on a high side for a 5. Whenever we just saw Becky Lynch, who was an 8-8 on her high side, that's not really asking much. But at the same time, it's immortal. So you will get him back in the bag regardless of like wherever he goes, unless it's the KO pile, which he might want to be there too. But the other thing too is like it doesn't cost you 2 or 3 energy to do so.
Yeah. It just
To
either
get that 6.
Yeah, and it just keeps going into your bag instead of the use. That's insane.
Yeah.
Oh.
So using that sacrifice glow on the rock, it's awesome. Instead of going to my use pile, just plop it right back in my bag.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
In set, that's perfect synergy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. I mean, you happen to get by with them, so that's 6 damage that you dealt your opponent, and you're guaranteed to draw him next turn.
Yep.
And doesn't that kind of work with them? They kind of work together on some things, but not really on some things. So thematically, it kind of works together.
The Rock only did one tag team with Stone Cold, and Stone Cold was the one who busted him up, I believe. It was they were doing a tag team match, and they were forced into it by McMahon. I can't remember which one that was.
It definitely was a while back.
Yeah, that was a very long time ago. But they have not worked together. Anything that Stone Cold does is always for his benefit. And the only time he ever helped The Rock was to his immediate benefit.
Yeah. Yeah. Out of set, definitely Yawning Portal can abuse the fielding on anything, but in set there's not Yawning Portal, so I mean,
that's a good point.
But I don't know. I still like the fielding cost because you don't rely on another card to make it cheap to field. Although on some of them it does require some help. Because some of them are too... Yeah, a little help from their friends.
Cool. All right, so moving on to the next card. He's your sexy boy. HBK.
What?
Heartbreak Kid.
Oh.
Yeah, that little guy. Shawn Michaels with some of that sweet chin music. 5-cost fist. 152, a 252, 263. If one Shawn Michaels superstar die is the only superstar die in your field zone, it gets +3/+3.
Right when we got this, I knew Robert was going to announce it.
Shawn Michaels is my favorite wrestler of all time. I love his song. His song is great. But I don't know how I feel about this card.
It's too high costed for the fielding in set.
It's very expensive. He's definitely breaking my heart with this ability because he has to be in there by himself. I don't know. What do y'all think? I'm not a fan of it, but hopefully there's better versions. Maybe there's a super kick one out there somewhere.
I don't know.
It's not sweet chin music.
I'm hoping. I mean, I'm willing to give it a shot for sure. I put it on par with like the strike ability, having it out there, having him be the one out there. So if I can get him out there quick, but that 5 cost really makes it hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to invest the energy. I was gonna say mana. If you want to invest the energy into buying a 5 cost, that the only benefit that happens is when he's there by himself. I don't know if that's really worth it. But it's Shawn Michaels, so maybe.
In wrestling, was he always by himself?
He was in a tag team with Marty Jannetty, the Rockers.
Way back in the day.
Yeah,
awesome.
back in the days. Yeah.
But was he like a big deal by himself, or did he always have like people with him?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't until after he left the team that he was able to skyrocket solo.
He was like Intercontinental Champion for a long time, and then he got the championship from Bret Hart in the Iron Man match. Screwed out of the championship for, and that's around the time when I stopped watching wrestling. But yeah, I remember that.
Because your boy took a dive, and then you were like, "No, I'm out."
Yeah, done, over it. Kevin Nash with his bodyguard. Yeah,
Kevin
Big
Nash
Daddy
with
Cool.
He
used to just stand in the background, all like, got my cool glasses on. Yeah, and then he became Diesel. Yeah, and all that.
That was awkward.
Then they went to WCW. And,
yep.
Yeah, with Razor Ramon.
I remember his WCW days. Those were crazy.
Yeah, that was a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Yeah.
Razor Ramon looked like he was someone who was difficult to deal with. Like he just had that look about him, like he's not gonna be happy with whatever you say. Like being in a customer service situation, he'll just be like,
just flick a toothpick at you. like that.
He was one of the first folks to start showing the power bomb. The Razor's Edge.
The Razor's Edge, yeah. I
The
remember
Razor's Edge, yeah.
I used to do all those stuff to my little brother in the bed. You just get him on your back and just chunk him down.
And that's why
power bombs to him.
That's why Robert's brothers don't like him.
Probably true. Yeah. But Shawn Michaels' sweet chin music, or just sweet chin music, sorry. I keep adding double sweet to everything. Little sweet.
It's super sweet.
I do that at work too. Every time somebody says something about sweet this, I always say sweet, and it just sounds creepy as hell. But that's the whole point of doing it.
Sweet.
That's sweet candy.
All right, let's move on. We got
moving on. All right, let's go.
3 more cards here.
All right. The next one is it's Lita, and fan favorite. She's a 4-cost lightning. Her fielding is 031-141-252. Well, is it Lita or it's Lita, right?
It's Lita.
All right, Lita is active at the end of your roll and reroll step. You can spend any of your Sidekick Dice characters level 1 superstar face to their level 1 superstar face. Sorry, I can't read my own typing.
Now say that again from the top.
Oh, no.
I'll say it. While Lita is active at the end of your roll, spend any of your Sidekick Dice to their level 1 superstar face. Did you get that?
You cut out.
Did I cut out?
Yeah, you cut out.
I'm pretty sure I did. Hold on.
All right.
If I leave and come back, is it going to ruin the picture?
Yes,
Yes.
100%. Mute, then unmute.
The-
You cut out again.
No, he's muted.
Oh, okay. While Lita is active at the end of your roll and reroll step, you can spin any of your Sidekick Dice to their level 1 superstar face.
There we go.
There we go. All right.
There we go. He did it. He did it, boys.
Got there.
Proud of you.
All right, thanks.
Um,
I like it. If you're going to use some kind of mechanic to spin stuff up to do something else, she's kind of an enabler for that. If you do that kind of thing.
Sidekick Dice to their level 1 superstar face. So that means you can just take a sidekick on a fist and spin it to the sidekick face?
Correct.
Nice.
And that's any of your Sidekick Dice. Yeah, so that means
You can do all of them?
you could do allies that way.
Well, allies aren't sidekicks until they're in the field,
They
though.
get into the field.
But you can do it from the field.
They
to
are,
the
I
reserve.
believe they're, no, that's right.
Yeah.
That would be cool, though.
It would be.
But I think for an
But-
awakened thing, it's kind of good.
Like a mimic ramp or something like that, it works really well. Kind of much like
Yeah.
the crystal when they're a question mark and you can feel the sidekick.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good, if you're building
So-
like a sidekick-based team.
Yeah, and I was actually just about to add on to that point. There was a lot of talk about a match between Armada and our very own Ryan Slater, where they used Atlantis, was a fish slap team. And imagine having her on said fish slap team to where you could just turn all of your sidekicks into character dice and then field them. And in conjunction with Yawning Portal, you'd be able to reduce by 1, put it into your bag, also draw and roll 2. Yeah, it's just insane.
I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Now I know why they called it the fan favorite, because that's going to be on every team that runs a sidekick team, a fish slap team.
I love sidekick teams, so
Yeah, definitely.
But you don't like the
Right
new.
up your alley,
that
though.
kind.
This is you don't like you don't play the new kind of sidekick team, where the fish just gets you. The Atlantis die. I don't
It'll
think
get
you've
you.
built any with
It'll
it.
get you
I
quick.
haven't played it yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, the top 3 things that every fish team is going to need from now on is going to be Lita, Atlantis, and Yawning Portal, just to get that ball rolling.
Whoa.
It's
I think if you play
That's pretty
Yawning
good.
Portal, you got to yawn as you played it. 'Cause it
Yeah.
seems super casual.
Oh, so if you're doing fish slap, you got to do the puffer thing. All right. So she's
Fan
great.
favorite.
She's
Yep.
great, but if you're not using Yawning Portal, good luck with those fielding costs. Oh my goodness.
Yuck. Yeah.
And she's hard to keep out there too. 1 defense on 2 sides, and then a 2 on her level 3 side. Those are very easy to kill with things like range and or boom
Magic
boom.
wand.
Magic wand, yeah. Oh yeah.
With a fart. Like, she can die to almost anything.
A strong breed. Yeah.
That escalated quickly.
Who used to do farts in wrestling? Somebody used to do that. Oh, it was like a really
Rikishi
gross.
used to do his stink face.
Maybe that's what it was. Oh my god. Anyways,
I think she's
Yeah.
going to be a win more kind of card, honestly,
I
in
think-
that team.
Yeah.
yeah, I think that the 1-1s and even the 2 defense, because she's super powerful,
Oh yeah, yeah.
so it's easy to get her out of there.
Let's say you're running a more like non-linear sidekick kind of rush team where you have the Wong or something else that buffs your sidekicks like Plague Marine. Let's talk about post rotation for a second. So let's say post rotation, right? All that stuff like Wong and everything else gets rotated out. Well, you're left with a couple of options. You're left with the Plague Marine that gives a buff to all your sidekicks. And so you just, instead of using like fish slab teams, you would just like set up for your turn with your 2 or 3 key pieces, and then you go, okay, now that lead is out, just run all of your sidekicks out on the field. They're all 2-2s or 3-3s or what have you.
Yeah. And I mean, we don't know yet what the rotation's going to be, but yeah. All right. We ready for the next one?
That's
Sure.
Mike.
Ooh. All right. Well, the next one's going to be Kane, Brother of Destruction. Got a 5-cost mask with fielding costs of 146, 257, and 267. While Undertaker is active, each of your active Kane Superstar dice get a +3/+3 and Overcrush.
Whoa.
Do like Kane. I do like Kane.
Jeez, that's a reader. He can be a 9-10.
Mm-hmm.
Casually.
Overcrush.
Undertaker out there, a casual
With
9-10
Overcrush.
with Overcrush.
So you
If
know
you
what this
have
reminds me a lot of? King Shark.
Rocksteady. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
not Baby Shark.
Baby.
The rare. Yeah, I'm a shark. Yeah, he's very reminiscent of King Shark in the fact that if you had a crossover character, he would get +2/+2 and
Crossover.
Overcrush. But this one is +3/+3.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to have Undertaker out there to utilize his full text.
Yeah, it's very Warriors 3-esque as well.
Yeah.
Very synergetic with
Rocksteady.
almost like a tag team aspect of it when they used to be a tag team.
Oh man, what if by some miracle they release like a pallbearer card, and if you have all 3 of them out,
Oh, see, there we go. That would be awesome. So even with that, I think of even like a tag team tournament, put like 2 synergetic characters together and call them a tag team.
yes, the WDA and Dice Fight are gonna love this new set because they could do so many more themes with it. Like tag team, just like you said.
So
yeah.
Raphael asked a good question. Would this apply to Undertaker?
It doesn't say.
Just says active.
Yeah, so there just has to be an He only checks for another Undertaker. He doesn't say when you have an Undertaker active. So it's while active. If there's an Undertaker on the board, it gets +3/+3 and Overcrush.
Sounds right to me.
Yeah.
But
It's while Undertaker is active.
yeah.
Yeah, but
So-
still, he only checks to see if there's an Undertaker on the board.
Yep.
Mhm.
And if there's not another, so let's say they move to their attacks and somehow Undertaker is captured or KO'd
Ooh.
via some means, then
It's
Kane
gone.
is
Lose the
lose
buff.
those.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Damn.
what you could do is misdirect Undertaker in for a sidekick that's attacking with you, and all of a sudden you're attacking with Kane, who's really big, and Undertaker, who's really big and Overcrushy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
Yep.
Speaking of Undertakers,
All right. And this is our last card, everybody. All right.
Mike, you can give it to us.
Or is it Joe's turn? Or Mike?
you know what, Chris, I'm gonna let you take this one. Take us out, Chris.
Let Mike do it. Mike, you were excited about this.
Yeah,
comment.
Yeah.
Mike was actually really
I'm excited about both of these. So Undertaker, managed by Paul Bearer, a 6-cost shield, fieldings of 136, a 137, and a 149. A tune. Whenever any player uses an action dice, Undertaker gets a +1/+1 until the end of turn.
Okay. That's a very expensive attune player. Doesn't get much of a buff when attune triggers.
But that ass.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
Bizarro Global
I-
are the two words I've got for you, sir. Bizarro Global.
Yeah.
The pizza place?
I would think that with Bizarro Global, the Wasp.
Oh, is that
from the
Sabaro?
Avengers Infinity or Avengers.
Yeah.
set.
Yeah.
You know, using her with like Common Yonti, maybe a proton cannon.
Ooh.
I think on an action-heavy team, this could be your finisher. You just got to figure out a way to make him overcrush or unblockable. And I think with an action team, that's totally feasible and very, very easy.
Yeah, that proton cannon, but he'll get KO'd though.
The issue is that there's another 6-cost attune that does more than this, and that is Thor from the Avengers Infinity Pack. And that's the problem. It's like, when you think about 6-cost attunes, you think of Rare Gold Dragon, you think of the Thor, and there's even a new Thor coming out in Infinity Gauntlet set that is even better than this one. And it still has the same ability, which is to cheapen actions. And so that's, I mean, this Undertaker I think would be better used with Kane, like in conjunction with Kane.
Yeah, this would be the.
That's
you would have to get him out. You'd need one die, basically.
Yeah.
Right, same with like a tag team. I would love to see this Kane and this Undertaker together on a team.
Yeah, 100%.
So I mean, you'd find a way to get a cheap action like misdirection, right? And then you would misdirect. You'd buy a really cheap couple of Kanes, or even use a yawning portal. So you use a yawning portal to get the Kanes to be cheaper, and then you bring them out, and then swing with a buffed Undertaker and a buffed Kane, or a couple of Kanes.
So buff. A couple of buff boys.
So ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't know. I probably wouldn't play it, but I don't like playing expensive characters just in general.
Yeah.
Unless it's Mr. Fix-It.
I was about to say, really, Mr. Fix-It?
Unless it's Mr. Fix-It. There's exceptions to the rule.
He has exactly how he has to ramp out to get Mr. Fix-It every single time. That's why he doesn't mind playing Fix-It.
I could do it in my sleep. Everything else, I don't know what the hell.
For 1 6-cost, you can do it for any 6-cost.
That's true. It's a good point. It's a good point.
Well, I mean, at this point, would he rather be doing it for The Rock or doing it for The Undertaker?
Oh, definitely for The Rock. That's question.
So actually, so we've got about 13 minutes left. Do you guys want to talk about which of these cards really stand out to you?
Sure.
Just out of this current selection of spoilers that we have.
Sure.
I think the sexiest boy is definitely Shawn Michaels. He is just a sexy boy after all. But definitely, I mean, Straight Fire, Becky Lynch is, everyone's seen it. It's been out for a while. That one is legit. Also, I feel like Fan Favorite is another really great card. Those two are just awesome to me. Those are the two standouts from what we saw here.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like a fan favorite. Lita fan favorite. Let's give her proper due. It's Lita fan favorite.
Lita, you're saying it wrong.
Lita. Oh my gosh. I even wrote it wrong. I wrote light.
Yeah. I know. I was like, what the hell is light? All right. I've never heard of this wrestler.
Light Yagami.
Mike, what are your picks for these?
I'm actually, I have to say the same. I'm a big fan of Becky Lynch. A big fan of the Lita card. The Rock especially. You know, I'm looking forward to messing around with that for sure. So yeah, I think between The Rock and Lita, I'm really looking forward to building some teams around.
Yep.
What about you, Joe?
I mean, everybody already knows my two favorites. That's Becky Lynch and Rock. Partly because they speak to the competitive side of me.
Mm-hmm.
More so than the others. Like, Stone Cold is really good, but he's kind of like mid-tier. And then everybody else is like, you got to build around him, and that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of the same with any kind of like big cost just wins the game. Like Gold Dragon, you have to build around that. Mr. Fix-It, you have to build around that. But those
are guaranteed wins, whereas some of these are really conditional.
True.
Like, they
Not
are
for me.
specific.
Not for you.
Well, not if you include Rob rolls. But
Yeah.
I mean, like, the only one that can guarantee you a win out of all these is probably The Rock, and that's because he can double intimidate whatever is in the field that needs to block him.
Yeah.
Or Becky Lynch, because she has Overcrush and she's an 8-8 on her highest side.
Yep.
So
That's ridiculous.
Those cards are winning games, and the rest of them are kind of like you have to have something to make sure that Stone Cold's unblockable, or give him Overcrush, or find a way to just completely cycle him through the bag. And then Shawn Michaels, he has to be your only character on the field. Like, in a world of God Catchers, is that really what you want?
Is that what you want in your life?
Is that really what you want in your life?
Yeah.
Lita, again, she's like you guys have been saying, she's a win more card. I think she's good if you were to couple her with the other sidekick buffers, like Plague Marine. But again, it's a specific, like, she has to be on the field for a full turn, and with that defense, I just don't think it's happening.
Yeah, I think that Stone Cold with the Immortal Shell that's already out there, he is a big boy for the Immortals, and I don't think you need Hela at that point, because you could have the.
I mean, even do the Yarnbjorn, the rare Yarnbjorn that makes them all cost 2 less.
Yeah.
Yeah. I look forward to see what Bodhi can do with this, because Bodhi's running that Immortal. Once this comes out, he can just pop this Steve Austin right in there.
I could see Bodhi doing that. Bodhi really.
Yeah. And he'll just wreck shop with it, man. If he can get his rolls going, which is what he told me was holding him back this tournament. He just could not get his rolls out. So
that's unfortunate.
Yeah,
and those dice will get you every time.
Yep, that's the joys of a dice game. So yeah, it's going to be interesting for sure. Immortal just fits right in with the team. I mean, it's a thematic team, and that's what you do with a card like that.
Yeah.
So, one more thing I was gonna say.
One more thing.
Oh, but yeah, Kane, there's some potential there. If they have a cheaper version of Undertaker, I might bite. I mean, I might just say, hey, okay, let's run that.
Yeah, there's so many ways to ramp up to those higher costing characters nowadays. That running a 5 cost to 6 cost isn't the end of the world anymore.
Yeah.
It's quite viable.
So will you bite like, or you?
Yes.
Wasn't before Kane was Kane? Wasn't he that dentist guy? There used to be a dentist. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Okay.
I know what you're talking about. He was not.
Okay, I always thought they were the same person.
He was another personality. I just can't remember who he was. Because Undertaker
Isaac
wasn't
Yankum.
always.
That was his name. Isaac Yankum, DDS.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Nailed it.
What?
Are you sure? That's a wrestler, dude. Isaac Yankum, DDS.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, Rob, but that wasn't Kane's previous stage name.
Gotcha. Okay.
Was it
I
Abel?
thought they were.
No.
Yeah, Raphael got it. Isaac Yankum. He knew who I was talking about.
Now y'all got me looking.
Oh, and the
stuff
fake
up.
diesel.
Oh, nice.
Aren't we all the fake diesel though?
I think we all are.
Yeah.
Isn't Kane like a mayor somewhere now?
Yes, in
Yes.
Minnesota.
Minnesota, eh?
Apparently, Minnesota likes to have like former wrestlers be like in the political scene.
Hey,
Yeah.
they know what they're doing.
Yeah. I guess so.
They know how to run their business.
You don't see those Timberwolves coming over here. Keeping them in check.
Oh man.
Yeah, but this was awesome. I'm really happy we were able to spoil these cards. Shout out to kids again for allowing us to do this. This was great. We've been doing this almost on 2 years, and this is our first shot at doing some spoilers directly from Wizkids. So we're super grateful for having the opportunity to do it.
Okay, hold up. I gotta stop you right there, Rob.
Uh-oh.
He was in fact Isaac Yankum DDS. He was in fact.
Boom.
Raphael said
The
it.
one that he was known for was Isaac Yankum. He was also known for being Doomsday. I do remember his brief appearance as Doomsday.
Okay. Yeah, Raphael confirmed it in the chat.
We should have Bodhi on at some point to talk about wrestling and all that.
And he was Bruiser Mastino.
Right.
Bruiser Mastino. I don't think that was in wrestling, though. I think that was adult foray. My name's Bruiser Mastino. But yeah, back to the shout-outs. Like, really, we've been doing this for 2 years. This is our first shot at doing it. I hope we nailed it. I hope everybody liked what we did. Props to Chris for doing this sweet setup on the feed today. So good job, Chris. That's all. Only positive feedback I'm going to give you.
It's
Thank
understood.
you so much. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was not expected either, because we when we're doing this, we don't expect anything in return from anyone, and then the Patreons, them giving to our channel is always a surprise. People giving feedback, people liking doing anything is just kind of surprised, because I mean, honestly, we're just doing this to have fun and hope that everyone likes it. But I mean, when it comes down to it, we have to like what we're doing, and so far we've just liked what we're doing. So, and we like doing the tournaments, and even though it stresses me out sometimes for the tournaments, and stresses me out on a lot of the stuff doing stuff, but in the end, I like being stressed out doing this kind of stuff. So if I didn't do this, I would be bored all the time. So
For sure. Mike, any closing thoughts? We got 5 minutes.
For wrestling fans out there and stuff like that, definitely check out Bodie's podcast. I think it's Juice Wrestling podcast.
It's Juice Pro Wrestling.
Juice Pro Wrestling. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, but definitely check that out and give him a listen. They do a lot with the wrestlers and stuff like that. It's definitely a good podcast.
Cool.
Yeah, they have some top billed guests on there too, and it's insane.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Bodie is really heavily into wrestling. He follows that. If you ever have a chance, I think he's called Bruiser Bodie on Twitter. I'm pretty sure.
yeah,
that's his
he's
name.
Bruiser Bodie on Twitter. I love that
Yeah,
name.
and he I love it too. I'll see posts and retweets from him. He knows his stuff. He really knows his stuff.
Mhm.
From
No,
backyard
definitely.
wrestling all the way up to the big leagues. He really knows his stuff.
Nice. Shout
Very
out.
knowledgeable.
Bodie. I don't feel so bad for getting destroyed then. It was written in the stars that he was going to annihilate me on the mat. There was a mat involved, so I was going to get beat.
If anyone knows how to do it, knows how to be in the ring, it's him.
Nice.
I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't either.
I just run around in circles.
Help me! Just somebody
Help me! Help me! Just like that. Cool. I don't have much else. We got 3 minutes we can talk about.
We recorded our commander matches on Twitch. This is getting off subject here a little bit, but we're at the end game now. I'll be cutting them down because we're going to present one of them this weekend. I'm going to say this weekend. I'm going to cut it down, get the first one out so everyone can see that, and then the next one's going to be 2 weeks after that. We're going to be trying to be on a schedule after that of every 2 weeks we're going to have a commander match be on YouTube, and we're going to try to do a match every 2 weeks on Twitch. So if you want to follow us on Twitch, you'll be able to see it before anyone else, and our patrons will be able to see anything we put out that's recorded. And Rob, what the
I was getting undressed like Joe.
all right.
I can see the pink. I can finally see the pink.
Austin City Limits.
There it is.
Okay.
ACL, baby.
ACL.
But
2019.
but yeah, anytime that we put something out that's recorded, the patrons basically have it 24 hours ahead of time at the very least, sometimes longer, depending on if I forget to put it as public. But if you want to see some cool and interesting stuff we got coming up on Patreon, be sure to become a patron. You can be lowest tier, and you'll be able to see stuff ahead of time. Have a specific title in our Discord to be able to see stuff. So, yeah.
All the support out there, really, really do appreciate everybody out there. So,
Yeah.
thank you.
Also, throw a couple of dollar bills Rob's way, because he does that kind of thing on the weekends.
Yep.
Stripping for the money?
Man,
That's
yeah,
what the
work
do
hard for
rag is
money.
for, actually. That's part of his persona.
Part of it. Prison Mike.
All he wanted was a Pepsi.
All right.
Oh my God. On that note, roll them
That was a
credits.
really good. Yeah, that was a really.
That's a walk-off.
Take us-
There we
yeah,
go.
All
There we
right.
go.
All right.
And that's the bottom line.
Bye, everyone.
Have
Be
a
sure
good
to like and subscribe. We didn't say
Oh,
at the
we
beginning.
forgot to say that. Like and subscribe. Hit that little bell for
That's
notifications.
what the outro's for, though.
Yeah, we're supposed to be saying it at the beginning, though. I don't know.
It was just.
It was
know.
so stressful at the beginning. I'm sorry.
They're never gonna let
Let
us
it help
spoil
you out
cards
the other way.
again.
Static coming through, so.
That's going to wrap things up for us here in the CR Game Room. Check out our website, crgr.rocks, for all our latest info. There you'll find a link to help support us via Patreon. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Join our conversations on Discord. Be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for hanging out.